Imagine building a complex simulation game where AI doesn't just write the code, it actually plays it. That's GPT 5.4's newest feature. Using Playwright Interactive feature, it can now play the game, find its own bug, and fix them in real time. And we are building an isometric zoo manager game from scratch to see this insane agentic workflow in action. Let's get into it. Okay, first off, GPT 5.4 is rolling out and it's only available for Plus, Pro, and Team users. But we are in for luck because it's available on Codex, and today I'll be using the Codex application for Windows. If you want, you can even use the extension in Visual Studio or any other IDE you like. Now, I'm all set. I've opened up this folder right here. And the biggest mistake people make when they use any AI model is letting them run wild. GPT 5.4 is highly creative, which means it can easily bloat your code with things you never asked for. To stop that, we'll be using the planning mode. It's pretty simple. Go to Add button, click on Plan mode, and that's about it. Now you have to describe what exactly you are trying to build, which in our case is pretty simple. It's an interactive, functional, isometric zoo manager simulation game. I already have GPT 5.4 as selected model and the reasoning to be medium, but I'm going to switch to high because we are trying to plan things, and now I'm going to hit send, which will start the planning of our game. Now this is what the planning mode offers. It will ask you specific questions like which stack do you want to use, what are the core features, how can the player interact, structure of the game, etc. So you'll have to answer all these questions and then it will create a build plan for your application. And basically the plan would look something like this. It would have a summary, the changes and the implementation that needs to be done, and basically everything. It even lays out the plan to test out the game, etc. Now you can go ahead, make some tweaks if you want, or you can simply submit this and start generation of your game. Well, the app is created and now GPT 5.4 is actually testing it out. Here it took first screenshot to confirm the canvas is rendering, and it has run into some error as you can see over here, and it is trying to fix that right now. While this might all look really fascinating to you right now and it's doing everything on its own, make sure you have a few of these skills turned on. If you don't have those skills installed, then there won't be any game development basically. So for accessing your skill, open your sidebar, go to skills, and in here make sure that you have these few skills. First off, we have develop a web game. Next, we have Playwright CLI skill as well as Playwright Interactive. Lastly, this one is optional. It is the screenshot capture, which will be installed if you're using Playwright anyways. So if you can't find them in your installed skills, just scroll down in your recommendation. You will find all of these skills. And once you do that, simply refresh your skills once and it will be added to your chat automatically. And don't worry, you don't have to go on and install the skills every time you're creating a new project. They will be added to your session by default, and the agent uses skills according to the use case that it is required for, and you don't even have to explicitly mention to use that skill. Next thing you can do is send text messages mid output, and it would take in that into accountability while trying to create the output. Like right now, I asked it to run the simulation in the browser to actually show it so that I can actually see what it's trying to do and how the game is being played. Now, this is really useful when you're trying to implement such complex application in one go. While the agent thinks or make the changes, you can literally ask for any small tweaks or assist it with any of the things that it requires. Like let's say if you're trying to build an application and the agent is using certain library but you want to use some different library, so you can simply go ahead and type in that please use this library instead of this, and it's that simple. And now it has turned on the browser on its own to test out the game. So let's see how it does. So basically it created this. Okay, so I basically ran an interactive playwright test and it gave me results about this. So these are the findings on what is working and what's failing, inconsistencies, etc. Now I'm going to do something. I'll be using the fast mode. Again, in the add button, you have now the option to select the speed of your response. Right now we were using the standard response, but we are going to switch to the fast mode, and in here I'm going to ask it to debug and solve all of these issues. So basically this is what the game looks like. Here you have the operations, and then this is the area where you can place different objects, like let's try to paint a habitat over here, and when you enclose it with the fence, it will have the animal once you place a gate inside. So I'll add a gate over here, and you can see the penguin is added. Now guest will visit this, and you can add different things like the food stall, so guest will go over there as well. You can keep track of cash, income, etc. from over here, and you can see the history from up here. Now if you want, you can even zoom in and zoom out, expand your zoo and walk around like that. So that's how GPT 5.4 works and create game. I also created a chess game which has 3D interaction where you can zoom in, zoom out, turn the camera around, and the best part, well, check this out. Right now it's white to move, so if I click on any of the pieces, it will shift the camera a bit. But this is the coolest feature. Once I make the move, it would switch back to the other side, which is simply so cool. Other than that, we have the history over here, which if I click on show, it will show me the card. Again, in the overview, it is hidden because that blocks the code view. So this was how you can go from a blank prompt to a fully debugged playable game. And best part is that AI doesn't only code for you, it also does its own QA testing. So drop a comment telling me what game you want to see AI build next, and I'll see you in the next one.